My name is Katie Paris. I am the founder of Red Wine and Blue. I'm also an Ohio mom. And Red Wine and Blue is a community of over 600,000 women all across this country working together to defeat extremism in all of its forms. And we do that one friend at a time. And we started in Ohio, where I live, and we have hundreds of members in Springfield. And so we've been hearing from them a lot lately. And that's what led to talking to so many of our partners across Ohio. And that's what led to tonight. We are here tonight to join together to reject division and lies and call for unity and support the people of Springfield, Ohio. Ohio organizations sponsoring this call, which include the Ohio Organizing Collaborative, Faith in Public Life, Innovation Ohio, the Ohio Conference of the NAACP, Ohio Immigrant Alliance, and Central Ohio Worker Center. We all have different constituencies across race, origin, and background, but we share the same values, and we take the attacks on Springfield personally. We are all Ohio. We also know that similar lives have spread in other communities outside of Ohio, including in neighboring Pennsylvania. So we feel a real urgency right now to speak out, stop the lies, and unite as Americans. Springfield, Ohio, it's a small city, not too far from either Columbus or Dayton. John Legend is from Springfield, and so is our governor. Since the internet lies about Springfield were given a national stage, there have been more than 30 bomb threats targeting schools, grocery stores, city buildings, and more. These are lies about the Haitian community in Springfield, but the entire community has been impacted. Children are scared to go to school. Families are scared to go to the grocery store. A Springfield father whose son was tragically killed has been harassed simply for asking that his son's name not be cited in hateful rhetoric. So here's what we are not going to do tonight. We are not going to repeat disinformation. We're not going to repeat the lies, because even when we repeat them by saying, oh, no, that's not true, what is heard is the lie. And it's so salacious that that's the part that people remember. And we have to stop that repetition of lies and memes. And instead, we are going to share the truth about Springfield, a town of hardworking, lifelong residents and newcomers. And we are going to let Springfield residents speak for themselves. So no matter where we live, y'all are from all across the country, thank you for being here. We are going to show our support by donating tonight to our Unite for Springfield Fund. Every single dollar raised will go to the Haitian Community Help and Support Center, the president of which is on with us tonight, so you'll get to meet him, as well as the Springfield City Schools District, which has been dealing with so much during this time as well. Some good news too, thanks to some generous donors, every dollar raised tonight will be matched up to $20,000. So we're going to check back in throughout the night to see our progress towards this goal. I'm very excited about that part, and I know there's so much we can do together. So in the chat, we are going to have people right now. The chat's going so fast because you all are sending such nice messages from all over the country, but we're going to be dropping that donate link as often as we can. There it is. Laura dropped it right there at 6:09. They'll keep dropping it because it's moving so fast. In between all of your messages of love and support, scroll up and find somewhere that donate link. No matter whether or not you can give $5 or $500, anything, it all counts, and it all really adds up with there being so many of us here. There's almost 2,000 people right now here on this call. So wow, that's a lot of power to make a difference. Okay. All right, so enough for me. You all absolutely did not log on tonight to hear from me. I am so excited to welcome several members of the Springfield community. We're going to do this by having a series of conversations tonight with some different groupings, and we're going to start with some parents. So I would like to invite Lindsay Lemon, who's a lifelong resident of Springfield and a mother of a 2-year-old. I'd like to also invite Madej and Marie Morove. dad and mom of 2 teens at Springfield High School. I should say Reverend Mede Morove. As we can see, you've been at that prayer service. Good to see you. And I also want to invite Pastor Tracy Paschke Johannes, who's a Springfield mom of 2, one at the high school, one college age, and she is the chaplain at Wittenberg University, which is one of the campuses that also had to shut down due to bomb threats. Thank you all. First of all, just thank you so much to all 4 of you for being here. And Medea Marie, I know you've also got those teenagers hanging around there somewhere in the background, so maybe we'll get a glimpse of them too. But we're so glad to have your family with us. So I just wanted to start, actually, Reverend Morove and Marie Morove, you have 2 children in the high school at Springfield Public High School. Can you talk about how the community has felt different over the last few weeks? You've lived in Springfield for a few years now, and just tell us about what your experience has been living there and how things have changed recently and how you're helping your kids navigate all of that.
Good afternoon to you all. It is indeed a privilege to be participating in this movement, joining you all, Katie, Paris, and all the members of this wonderful organization who take at heart what is going on in our city, Springfield, Ohio. Personally, I have been living here for the past almost 3 years, and Springfield was very welcoming a city. You feel comfortable, peaceful, serenity, and you feel that you are welcome. You have a place, to live and to build your future, and particularly for the education of our children. Because America is a great nation, it's a great country that offers everybody an opportunity. And if you are looking for an opportunity throughout the world, America is the place to be. And we are very much happy to be in Springfield. So I have with me my wife, Mariolette Latayad, Merove, with them. And she is happy. Let me, before I speak, go ahead. No, go ahead. All right, so we are happy to be here and to share with you. Springfield has been changing to greater extent for a couple of weeks ago. And we as residents, I would say as legal immigrants living in Springfield, we are deeply hurt. But we take comfort in the collaboration, frank collaboration and cooperation of the citizen of this, not only this city, but this great nation in which we are living. And that give us have the ethos to where at least, hey, we are all concerned. How can we make each other comfortable? How can we rally on each other to give them the peace of mind? Because many of us, countless of us, have not been sleeping at night. We wonder what will happen the next day with ourselves as well as our children who are in school. So you know already what has been going in the schools, but everybody is concerned. Everybody, whether my children or the children, as parents, we are not afraid, but we are concerned. And coming together is a plus for all of us. It's a plus that when people can come together to show solidarity to one another, and above all, we are people. People, we don't know where we come from, our race, our culture, what have you. We are people. It's a cause for humanity. And rallying this evening for this cause it is worth talking, it is worth participating in this. So we see that there have been changes over the few weeks. Katie, as you mentioned, we're not going to mention nothing about that. We are looking for solution.
Yeah.
If we see problems or there are issues, when we can identify them, there are 90 to 95, or I say 100% resolved, because we can see them, we hear them, and they can be addressed. So being part of this is a great movement, which I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart, and my family and the Haitian community and the church whom we lead here in Springfield. The situation has not been easy. A stranger in a strange place. At a point in time, you feel welcome. And at a moment in time again, you feel rejected and being demonized. That is not good. And I would say, no, at this junction, we are looking for solution and not more problems. We don't want more problems. We want solution. And I believe all people who are listening to me or to all of us this evening will understand where we're coming from. This stigmatization, and it causes psychological trauma. To whom do we go? Who is there for us? As a pastor, I can't cure myself. And I need to talk to somebody. I am accommodating people in the community who say, what are we going to do? Some people actually are trying to escape from what is taking place or to leave. Yeah. Some don't send their children. Some don't send their children to school. Yeah. They've been keeping them home for safety because they don't know what will happen. We understand that there are influx of immigrants in Springfield that cause strains on the resources. And I would say, in my contact with my Haitian people here, the thousand who are not working, these people at this moment, they need help. Yeah. I went to a store where we do remittances, send money back to our home to help those who are suffering over there. I met a guy, he has $250 to send. He sent it to 5 family members, 5 different homes, including the fee that he had to pay. One came with $30. He sent $20. He has $20 plus the fare to send to his family. Yeah. And we asked him, hey, the person said, hey, this is what you have? He said, yes, I leave my family behind and I'm here not working. This is what I have. I have to share what I have with my family back home. Yeah. When the $20 reach, it's $1,000 in the hands of the family because there's no activity. Gangs take over the country, instability. There's no movement of goods or commodities throughout Haiti. There's a cause, Katie. Yeah, it's a cause.
That's right. Now, Reverend Morove, we could listen to you speak for the rest of the evening about your entire experience. I'm going to bring in a couple of your fellow community members too. And Marie, we're so glad that you're here as well. I want to hear also, Lindsay, I'm going to ask you, I know that we've had some conversations about how living in Springfield, you've lived there your whole life. Yes. Right? And you have a young daughter who you're hoping to raise there. Tell us really the same question, what is it like to live in Springfield, and how have things been different for the last couple of weeks?
Springfield is a great place to live. Like Katie said, I have lived here my whole life, and will raise my daughter here as long as we are fortunate to. Past couple of weeks, it has been very tense. You bomb threats. I was in a meeting the first day that the bomb threats started. I was in a meeting where we had to be evacuated. Didn't get a direct threat, but just as a precautionary. But it was very traumatizing, just knowing that it was a possibility, and then it just keeps on happening to mostly the schools, which is very sad. But also, it's been disheartening just seeing mostly fellow Springfielders just repeating the lies that have started all this in the first place. And just it's gut wrenching. It's very hard. And seeing the media around, it's very weird because we are a quiet town. The other day, I think it was Friday evening, I was driving down one of our main streets, and there were two big media trucks there, and it was just surreal, really.
And probably not every day that the Proud Boys have been
Right.
around Springfield.
You have that
This
as
is
well.
just, the extremism has really gone off the ledge, and I know
Yes.
that's so different than the values of everyone I've ever spoken to from Springfield.
Yes.
Pastor Tracy, I want to get to you next, but I also do want to say, wow, the generosity. I mean, we already are over $30,000 in donations. We hit our goal of 20,000 by 6/15. So we've raised the goal due to popular demand from the chat, people saying raise the goal, raise the goal. We've raised it to $50,000. So can we do this? Say yes in the chat if you think that we can do this, and maybe invite someone who isn't here to join us during this event. Just send them your Zoom link, or look at all these yeses. Send your friends, text them the donation link. Most of you seem to be putting together the fabulous cause this is, but a few people are asking, so I want to be very clear. Every single dollar raised tonight will go to the Haitian Community Help and Support Center in Springfield and the Springfield Public School District, the Springfield City School District. So that's where the money, every cent of it, will go. Thank you all for just blowing through our first goal. My heart is very full. Okay, Pastor Tracy, really curious to hear from you what it's been like on campus as a chaplain at Wittenberg University, also as a mom of a college student as well as a high school student.
Absolutely. We got our first lockdown notification on Saturday night, so it was fairly surreal for our students. There was definitely concern. So we had adjusted over Sunday into Monday to being remote completely. The threats continued to come, and I really, in addition to my daughter, felt for a lot of our students that are students of color, as well as students that live far away from home, and being unable to feel safe in this welcoming community was absolutely heartbreaking. So that was our first thought. And then as the week went on, we continued to have more threats that became much more personal, that were looks like attacks towards the campus directly. So we did end up going remote the entire week. So a lot of our students are traumatized as well, stating, including my daughter, this feels a lot like COVID again. Are we ever going to be able to go back? Is it, we've been told before it was just going to be a week, and now is it going to be longer? So there's been a lot of anxiety and a lot of anger amongst our students that their day-to-day life has been interrupted. We also do have civic engagement programs throughout Springfield. So the Haitian Community Center is very important to many of our students, and it created a lot of anger that people would do this in the community. My daughter as well has just been anxious, and was younger in 2020 when things happened in Minneapolis, the state that we're from. So this brought back a lot of trauma. So I think over the next week, both as a mother, as we go back in person with extra security measures, I'll be trying to help her to readjust and get restarted, which, you know, we only did a few weeks ago because she's a college freshman, and working with other students to try to process that trauma and how do we come together as a community and continue to love our neighbors in the midst of division and hate.
I am so glad that you were there for your kids and for so many others. You know, you're making such a difference to be able to help them process this. Marie, I did just want to get you into the conversation. What helps with your boys? I'm sure this has been a stressful time for them. I know Reverend Morovy told me how he's been driving them to school because he's concerned about getting on the bus right now. Security is very good on the campus. The high school, the middle school, the elementary school where the threats have been are all on the same campus. And so it's felt a little bit scary to have them go on the bus in the morning. What's helping in terms of being of talking to your boys during this time?
I'm happy to be joining you this afternoon in this meeting. I'm looking forward to be working together with you for the greater good of our community in Springfield.
Thank you, Marie. We are grateful for you too. And as Made just keeps reminding me in the short time I've known him, something good will come of this, you know, and I think that that's what so much of this call is about tonight. We can let the lies go. We can let this nastiness just fly and sort of, you know, duck for cover and hope it goes away, but it's not going away. It doesn't represent Springfield values or Ohio values or American values. And I am so deeply grateful to all of you for being willing to use your voice, and every single person has your back. There's just beautiful notes of love in the chat. And I hope that you all can feel that love and support tonight. I am going to ask now for Denise Williams, who is president of the Springfield NAACP, and Marlise Hardiman, who is a teacher at Springfield High School, to come and join me next. Hi, President Williams.
Hi, hello. How's everybody?
Oh, we are good. I know that you've had a big day out there on the ground. I think you might have been at the prayer vigil, which we're going to hear from some of the leaders who are out there still on the ground in Springfield. They're going to come and join with us, but I know you were out there. And I just wanted to hear, you know, I have seen your quotes in the news, and every single time I just go, amen. Yes, I love everything you're out there saying, because you remind us how we are all connected. When one of us is attacked, all of us are attacked. Can you talk about that from your perspective and sort of what you're hearing from folks in your own community?
Yes, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the beautiful people near and far. I want to thank those around the country. I have received so many calls and so many emails and text messages from people around the country, as far as Australia. Excuse my voice. I have bronchitis, talking so much, and I was out in the rain.
You sound great.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to tell you this. Today, my heart is just full, and I hope I don't get teary. This would be the first time I got teary, but I'm here to tell you that I do believe attack on one is attack on all. And one thing I want to share before we go any further is, what are we doing now? What are we doing to help? I've been in contact with, I have a dear sweet cousin that is the CEO of mental health for the country. She's just been appointed for that. So I'm gonna connect her tomorrow with the mental health for the state of Ohio. They're gonna come in and provide mental health counseling. That's what NAACP, we're going to supply for them. So they're getting things together, and they're going to come here and provide the services for counseling for everybody. This has been traumatic to our city. I tell you, I've never seen so much hatred in my whole years of doing this kind of work. I've been in this position since 2013, and I love it, but I've never run across this. But I got to tell you, here in Springfield, we are a lot of emotions. We're upset, we're angry, we want to throw some bricks, but I'm telling everybody that we got to stay peaceful. We're not going to give them what they are wanting. And you guys know who today I'm talking about. We're not going to do that. So I had a round table with the community to say, we are better than that. Don't give in to the hatred. And I got to say too, that our Haitian communities is doctors, lawyers, business owners, families, teachers. They walk their children in strollers. They are human beings. They are a quiet community. And to have this kind of hate to fuel this community is sickening. But God has a plan. And I think we were headed for division, but God is bringing us like this. There is a purpose for this. God never failed us. And the things that happen is not by accident. God is trying to tell us that we need to unite more. So we're putting our arms around the Haitian community. But attack on one Haitian is attack on all of us. And everybody's hand now. We was out there in the rain at Greater Grace, and to hear Dr.
Reverend Barber?
Yes, Dr. Barber. He spoke, and I mean, we were screaming, and it was beautiful. And that's what God is trying to reveal to us, that we need God in this community. Okay, God needs to come into our government offices, and we need to pray. And folks are calling me, texting me, saying, "What can we do?" Yeah. And here's the answer: we need to pray so we can become a one community.
So beautiful. Even you've been going all day and you still got it.
Listen, I don't feel that I'm doing enough, and I'm speaking over here and I'm speaking over there, but I know that prayer changes everything. So when they ask me, what can we do? We need to pray. And you know what I do, this is all volunteer work. You know, we don't get paid for this. But people ask me, I can't believe you doing all this and you don't get paid. But let me tell you something. God is in the blessing business. He is blessing me. This was my calling. And so I am here to serve the Haitian community through these troubled times. You understand? Yeah. And I listen, I am so full because all the love that has come across the screen, the phone, everywhere, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable, but we got to keep fighting, and we got to hold on to each other, and we got to pray that God is going to get us through this. Trouble don't last always. And then let me just share this one thing real quick.
Okay.
There was a song that they had all of us singing. I'm a tree planted by the waters, and I shall not be moved. Now that thing touched me hard because we're not going nowhere. Our Haitian community don't go nowhere because that's what they want. We are one community and we're going to keep fighting.
Beautiful. Oh, you stir my heart. Thank you so much, President Williams. Now, before Marlise, I want to hear from you now. But first, y'all, we're about to hit a $50,000 goal. Okay. When I said break the goal, I thought maybe they'd go it up to 35,000. No, we are knocking on the door of 50,000. Yes. Every single dollar goes to the Springfield Haitian Community Support and Help Center in the Springfield City School District. These are the places that absolutely need our support right now. Please do make a donation. This is the time to tap into those relationships and share your heart with others so that they can share their heart with us as well, with the people of Springfield. Okay, so Marlise, thank you for being with us. You are a teacher at Springfield High School, and that means you've been in the thick of it. You know, I've been thinking about those babies. I've got elementary school kids, so I've been thinking of those poor babies getting evacuated, going home to mom and dad. You are with the kids who have the questions. And so tell us about living in Springfield, teaching in Springfield, and how how things have changed lately.
First, I want to give a thank you because even though it has been crazy, our district leadership, our district security team, our high school security team have done an excellent job of helping by meeting the goal. Their goal was to keep us safe. And because they did their goal, we were able to continue to support kids and to encourage kids, to motivate kids and to teach them. And if it had not been for them doing what they needed to do, we could not do what we need to do. So I just want to stop and just say thank you in front of thousands of people that I appreciate what you've done. Um, our students have been stressed, our teachers have been stressed, I have been stressed. Uh, we are at points feeling overwhelmed by all of the things that are happening. It has stopped the educational flow. Not that we're not educating them, but parents are choosing to keep children home because they don't know what's going to happen next. And as a result, I see a kid on Monday and then I won't see them again until Friday when the parents feel safe enough to let them return to school. But our mission remains the same. As a teacher, it's a calling. You are called to love. You are called to give compassion. You are called to encourage kids to be the best that they can be. Not just educationally, but mentally and socially. We are trying. I am trying. I can speak for myself to create an environment where kids grow up to be productive adults, regardless of their gender, their race, their racial, all of that. I just want them to contribute to this nation. And I know I have to do my part so they can do theirs.
I have to ask both of you, what do you want everyone to know about Springfield? Because all they know, Springfield being in the headlines lately, no one had ever heard of it before. What do you two who know this community real well, what do you want people to know about Springfield?
That we don't always agree. That but we are united on the idea that everyone deserves to be loved, everyone deserves to be supported, everyone deserves to be the best they can and become productive. That's what Springfield is about. That's our core value, regardless of what group you believe in. It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. And that's really what I want people to know. We're in this together.
And I agree with my dear sister, Marlise. And I'm going to tell you, we are a one community. As she said, we don't always agree. Now, we have some drag out disagreements, but we will come back together as one. We are a loving community. We are a kind community. We are a spiritual community. Yes. All right. So in a time of trouble, we lean on each other. In a time of dismay, we lean on each other. In the time of hurt, we lean on each other. And I want the Haitian community to know that they need to understand that the NAACP is here to protect their civil rights. I don't want them to not complain to our office. This is what we're here for. You need to call when there's problems, Reverend. You need to let us know what's going on, because we just a handful on the executive committee for the NAACP. So the Haitian community, if you're listening to me, call the office, make a complaint, and we got you. Trust and believe that we got you. I want to give thanks to my state president for the Ohio conference, Tom Roberts, and our national president, Derek Johnson. And he has gave me orders. We are here to help. File your complaint with our office, and we will take it from there. You are safe. And this is what I want to also say. If you call 911 for help and they don't come, baby, you got to let me know, because I have the chief on speed dial. Because we take care of our community. We don't have this division. We're not standing for that. So I just want everybody to know that we are loving, kind community, and we are welcoming our Haitian community. Yes.
That's right. You've got each other's back. I can tell. I mean, Denise, wow. If I lived in Springfield, I would want you to have my back for sure. And I would want you educating my babies, Marlise. So
yes, yes.
What a community. Thank you both so much for being here. I think we need to have another fundraising update, y'all. We're over 55,000. This is amazing. Over 55,000 raised. Let's remember that our original goal was 20,000. So we pushed up that goal to 75,000. And we've still got just under 20 minutes to do that. So if you are here, please do share that link. There's almost 2,000 of us still here together on this call. And that's so many more people that all of us do know. And we will keep you all updated throughout our time together now. And when we send a follow-up email with a recording of this to all of you tomorrow, we'll let you know how much was raised, and you can keep sharing that link. But do it now. Let's do it while we're all here together and feeling all of this love. Okay, so next I want to invite to join me Ville Dorseyville. He is the president of the Haitian Community Help and Support Center, where so many of your funds are going to be going tonight, truly on the front lines. Viles, I just can't imagine how you're even awake right now. You know, bless you. I think that you have been truly out there doing the work. And I just want to thank you for giving your time to be here with us tonight and let so many people outside Springfield hear about the work that you and your colleagues are doing day in and day out. I wanted to, I think everyone would love to hear about the work of the Haitian Help Center, but I also just wanted you to share, there was an AP article that really touched my heart about how you and Pastor Carl Ruby held a unity service. He's the pastor at Central Christian Church. I understand you're a pastor yourself, and you all worshiped together, brought your communities together. Can you tell us about that experience and why that felt so important?
Once again, thank you for having me, and thank you, Katie, for moderating this tonight. I want to thank Michael as well for putting this on, and all of thank you with the team, and thank you for everybody who is joining tonight just to listen to our story. It's so beautiful, and this is the beauty of America. And I think that the story of Pastor Carl and I started after the bus accident. And we used to talk before, but officially the story started there when we met with all the local pastors, and we had a meeting at the Cohatch just to find a better way to serve the community, and we started having that kind of relationship. Me being the liaison between the Haitian community and the Americans leaders. And I used to speak I speak to his church, and I think that next Sunday I gotta speak to his church again. He loves the work that we've been putting on, and he has been so supportive of the work. He is at the front line advocating on our behalf. So it's so beautiful to have this relationship with him.
I think that says so much about the kind of community that Springfield really is, and that we've been hearing from all of our speakers tonight. It seems like again and again, it's not like we went out and looked for people who are working together in this way. It's just, this is what the community is about. And it's a really, really moving, beautiful thing. Can you tell us what it's like at the center these days when folks are coming in looking for that help and support? what are you hearing from members of the Haitian community? What are the common refrains you're hearing right now?
Yeah, before I want to acknowledge President Williams. We so thankful for the work that you've done in the community and our pastor matter. From time to time, he came to the office, and I greet you and your wife and your kids joining this Zoom tonight. It's been overwhelming, Katie. People are calling on a daily basis, asking questions about what we think the future will hold. And we're here just to encourage them and tell them about the experience we've got from the American community and the leaders and the officials. What I can say is that I've been experiencing the beauty of America, and that happened, which is very sad. But at the same time, it leads us to see the beauty and the best of America. One of the the event that attracted my attention, and I have reflected upon it, is last Sunday in our ESL class we had after church for the Haitian community. And I could see so many American fellows came to the church with flowers, with candies, and their babies with piece of paper where they do the painting, saying, "I love you, we welcome you." And I could see those babies, those teenagers walking to the adults, the Haitian adults, handing them flowers and candies, and they were not afraid to hug them. And I've been experienced people from Americans from Connecticut, from Georgia, from Maryland, from all across America. Not only they are calling, but they drove miles away to come to our center just to offer us the word of support. Oh my goodness, this is the beauty of America. This is what I used to learn about America when I was in Haiti, and I've been experiencing it. And when Michael told me this morning that we don't have to repeat those narrative, and I say yes, because we have so much beautiful thing that we can tell. We have to just keep telling them, and telling them will debunk those bad narrative, and we will be victorious, and we'll come out beautiful as a community, as a country. And I like that. And I like not only the people who are so positive, they not only speak, but they take action. And imagine that tonight you just put out on your threshold was 20, and now you see what you're about to announce. People with good hearts, you're just pouring their hearts just to stand in solidarity with a minority, with a vulnerable group, and to say, we are not accepting the worst. We better create a new narrative and a new story.
Well, I don't think anyone could listen to you and not just know in their hearts how false the narratives, that have been spread by national politicians are. I mean, you embody something so beautiful about this country. And so I just hope people can continue to hear about your work, continue to hear just your voice and who you are, and your witness to this work, and your witness to American values. Just so
Yes.
true. Thank you for that. I so deeply feel you reflect the best of our country, and thank you for showing up for your community members. And I hope us showing up in a small way for you just put some wind at your back as you continue to do this work. And we are here for you, not just today, but the next day and the next day. I'm an Ohio mom. My heart has been hurting for your community, and so many of us feel that way. So thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Vilas, now we are going to go to, I think we've got Pastor Leslie, Pastor Edwin on the ground from Ohio Organizing Collaborative. I know that you're out there. You have been at the service, I believe, with Dr. Barber, worshiping with so many people in Springfield, praying for peace right there on the ground. And so I just wanted to kick it to you to tell there are about 2,000 people on this call from every state in the nation. They want to know, what does it feel like out there tonight? Why is it so important to donate? Remember, every dollar, everyone, goes to Vilas's organization. You just heard from him, as well as to the public schools in Springfield, who really needs some help right now too. So every dollar we're trying to hit. Pastor Leslie, we started with a $20,000 goal. Our new goal is 75,000 because we keep busting through the goals. So can you please tell us what's going on the ground? And also, there is another call to action that I know you are a specialist in that you're going to give us.
Yeah, so yes, I've been on the ground here since like 2 o'clock this afternoon. Got here and it was electrifying to be with Bishop Barber, and we had members of the Haitian community. We of course, in our rally style, I think, and in the real rousing Black church experience, we led prayer. And then we began to chant, and some of the chants were in English, some of the chants were in French, led by the Haitians and speaking in their native languages. And so it was awesome. I am here also with Reverend Pastor Mike Young, who is he's the pastor of Zion Hill Baptist Church here in Springfield, and also the president of the Interdenominational Ministerial Fellowship. And I just wanted to allow him, he's been here. And let me tell you, this is a praying brother. He prayed in the 5 o'clock service, and he brought the house down.
God bless you. God bless you. Good evening, everyone. Just
Good
praise and thank
evening.
God for this opportunity to be able to speak to you on this evening. As she stated, I am the president of the Springfield chapter of the Interdenominational Ministerial Fellowship. It's a ecumenical group, and we just recently been resurrected. It was defunct for a number of years, but we have just recently, within the past month, got our certification with the state of Ohio. So we're still going through growing pains. And but one of the things that I am, as the president, I am convicted of in light of all that has taken place is we're going to reprioritize. We're going to we're going to change our change our priorities. There you go.
We know what you mean.
Okay. And so one of the things I have said, and I've shared with the pastors, and I've shared with others, that we are going to be intentional. We haven't been intentional, and for that, even in the prayer on tonight, we repented for that in the city of Springfield in the prayer for the unity in the community. We have not been intentional as a fellowship, as pastors, in reaching out to our brothers and sisters in the Haitian community. That ceases on today. So starting tonight with me, we're going to be more and more intentional. We're going to reach out, and I'm gonna learn. I fellowship with our Haitian brothers and sisters today on at the church on South Yellow Spring Street. As the pastor came out of the book of Daniel, chapter 6, and he reminded the congregation that Daniel was an immigrant, but he had God's favor on him. And because of that, because he lived a righteous life, he was still victorious. And he reminded them that Daniel had nowhere to go because he was where he was in Babylon. But God, and even in the lion's den, he was still victorious. And so he reminded the congregation that don't go nowhere, just stay right here and watch God move and watch God work. And so God is going to be moving through the IMF and working through the IMF as we reach out more and more to our brothers in the Haitian community, and as we also reinforce support for President Williams in the NAACP. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
We've been somewhat neglectful. I believe in that, so we're going to get another gear.
Amen. So Katie, as you can see, it's been powerful here. I want to just speak of one thing that was really beautiful. There were members of the Haitian community. We are at Greater Grace Temple here in Springfield, where Bishop Ronald Logan is the pastor, and he had a heart to bring the community together for prayer, to really pray for voting. And when this situation, and it came about, he said, we got to shift. And that is the kind of, clergy that I've been working with on the ground here. And they're willing to shift, but there is something beautiful hanging in the sanctuary, and I wish we could show that, but hanging in the sanctuary are flags from around the world. And the Haitians were looking for, their flag, and there it was. And they were able to take a photo up under it and say, wow, this is amazing, that, in this church already, we're being welcomed. The flags are hanging there. And the powerful prayer that went forth tonight and today, Bishop Barber, he hit a home run. And he let us know that, we are not, as people of faith, we are not to back down, but we act on our faith. And so there's some other actions they're planning, and we're looking forward to being here to reclaim the ground here in Springfield, and bring peace into this community.
Thank you so much. It's so special to have you both join us from the ground. And thank you, Pastor, for that message of recognizing how sometimes we fall short. But
Yes,
just
ma'am.
because we've fallen short in the past doesn't mean that that has to be our future.
That's correct.
And that by recognizing that maybe we haven't done enough, being able to say that out loud and name it, that we can make that better way forward, just as you are. And sometimes not every leader is willing to say that. So I want to thank you, because I think we all can see that in ourselves. So whether that has to do with digging a little bit deeper, sharing that link out, getting a few more dollars in to support Springfield, because those dollars matter, and it sends a message to the whole world about what our values are, that we're all Springfield, we're all Ohio, we're all Americans together tonight and every night. And it's these values and this positive message of unity, that is who our country is. And that is who every speaker has reflected tonight. So let's show that through our actions, through our generosity, through our giving. And let's show that too, as we all dig a little bit deeper and we make sure that everyone we know and everyone we meet is registered to vote, has that vote plan, knows exactly what's going to be on that ballot, so that we all can continue to act together. There's so much power in those words. I want to thank you both so much, and especially for joining us from the ground in Springfield.
Katie, one thing I do want to bring up, if I can,
Yes, ma'am.
is that October 7th is the deadline for voter registration. And so when you said
in Ohio, it's different in Ohio.
In Ohio. So in Ohio, it is October 7th. We start early voting here in Ohio in 16 days. So folks, we got to make sure people have checked their voter registrations and that they are on the voting rolls, because we've had more than 155,000 people purged. And we want to make sure in Ohio that we vote. That was the message at the end of our prayer time earlier today from Bishop Barber. And we also want to make sure that people have that plan, whether you're voting early, whether you're voting by absentee ballot, or you're going to the polls. So that is a big voice that we need. We know that many of our Haitian brothers and sisters may not be able to vote, but we can. And so we need to make sure that our vote counts for them.
Amen. All right. Well, that's a call to action if I've ever heard one. There's been a lot of it tonight. This has been so uplifting. I know I feel focused. I feel centered. I feel so much love for Springfield, but also from Springfield. You all are giving us so much energy, fueling us tonight. Thank you for making us all feel one. This has really been a beautiful time together. I look forward to continuing to be in touch. It is 7 o'clock. I believe that we have just hit about $60,000 raised, which means I don't think that includes our 20,000 match. So I'm pretty sure that means we actually raised $80,000 together in this time. And we still have time, y'all. Everyone's been putting this on social media. So we're going to have some more dollars come in, and then we're going to send a follow-up email that includes a recording of this powerful time together that you can share with others, and you can give them as well. We'll include that donate link as well, so we can continue to show this unity and solidarity and love. We are rejecting the lies stop, and unity is what is going to prevail. These are our values. This is what we all share. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. This has meant so much to me and everyone here. We love you in the chat. Let's keep these good feelings going and share the energy and the love that we felt here tonight. Good night, everybody.